Yes, yes, yes. Welcome back to K.L.P In The Evening, now streaming on iHeart Radio, Spotify, iTunes, as as Swanky 93.3, the radio station. You're listening to K.L.P In The Evening with your host, KLP Kennedy Lucas. Welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. And I am so glad to be back here on the radio show here today. You guys have been loving Swanky 93.3, the radio station, and I'm so happy about that. You guys have made that thing possible, and you guys are loving it. Yes, sir, indeed. You guys have been loving it. It's Swanky 93.3, the radio station. Now, welcome back to the show for sure, y'all. Happy holidays. If you are getting ready to celebrate the holidays, I know the holidays, well, Christmas Eve is not quite here yet. We have about a good 4 days left. Christmas Eve will be on Tuesday, and then Christmas Day was on that Wednesday. It's coming up. I think all of you guys are ready for it to just celebrate with your friends, your families. You post it on social media. If you have kids, you're ready for your kids to open up their Christmas presents from Santa. It's just going to be very, very exciting, good time for you guys. I know for this Christmas this year, I have a lot of things going on. A friend of mine has a slumber party for Christmas, and then another friend is having a get-together for Christmas Eve, so I just cannot wait for it to celebrate with friends and family for Christmas Eve. It's the day of giving. It's the day of joy. It's a day of spending time with your family, and, I'm just so happy about it. So you guys have made that thing possible, and I really do appreciate it for sure. I want to give it up to all of you guys, my personal friends and family that follow me on Facebook. And I say that because your boy getting swole out here for real. So I posted a picture. I go to the gym and I'm trying to stay fit, and I try to stay in shape and do my thing. And I was able to do an update for my body weight and the muscle mass that I've gained. And a lot of you guys saw it on my Facebook, and you guys liked it on my Instagram. So I really thank you guys for that, because back when I was a little bit younger, I used to be the fat kid in high school, and a lot of people, told me I couldn't do it. A lot of people told me that, I'm lifting it wrong, or I'm lifting weights wrong, or I'm slanging when I lift weights, or I'm using too little of a weight, which honestly, I'm using a good, decent amount of weights when I work out. Honestly, that's just how I do it. I mean, I start small and then I try to get bigger. I don't come out of the gate trying to lift 100, 200 pounds. When I know I can't lift that big of a weight yet. So we're working towards that goal. But, I love my body. I love the shape that I'm in. I love how big I have gotten. And all my close friends and families, they know about it. You guys are very appreciative for sure. So we're going to have a topic today. Of course, we're not just going to talk about me. This whole radio evening today is a beautiful Thursday, December 19th. Getting ready for that Christmas time. And after Christmas, we'll hit February, and we're getting ready. Of course, February is a year of growth. You guys can see it starting January. KLP Entertainment is going to be going through some major changes. I bring up February because February is an exciting month for us filmmakers, us film directors, film producers, scores. It's so important for February. So the 2020 Oscars, they are struggling right now to find a host for it. Of course, after Kevin Hart he turned down the offer, in 2019, he was offered the role to be the host of the Oscars, but he turned it down to circumstances. So now they are getting ready for it. Of course, it was being announced that, in 2018, they were going to previously announce it to Jimmy Kimmel was the 2018 host, and then Kevin Hart was the potential 2019 host, but he stepped down for it. So a lot of people who are trying out for this, of course, you got Amy Poehler, Tina Fey, Maya Rudolph. All of these stars really want a gun for this host of the Oscars. I don't think Ellen will do it, because Ellen done it, I think 2 times or 3 times, and I know Seth MacFarlane have done it twice already. So it's huge. The Oscars is huge. Hey, if they need a voice, I would love to be the host of the Oscars, Because Oscars is my favorite thing. Like, I love the Oscars. I love watching it because, me being a director myself, it's important that we all go out and go see and watch the Oscars. If you're a true filmmaker, to see. I can't wait for the nominees for 2019 too. A lot of great movies that came out this year. I just cannot wait for it because a lot of great movies have been, been out there, and they've been doing it up really, really well. I've seen quite a few good movies, and I can name a few as we get the news of the movies that's been out in 2019. Like my number one favorite movie right now, of course, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is nominated. Of course, Best Director is Quentin Tarantino is nominated. Leonardo DiCaprio is Best Actor, that's nominated. And Best Supporting Actor will be Brad Pitt, and Best Original Screenplay. So I really do hope they win an Oscar for that movie, because that movie is really, really good. I really, really enjoyed that kind of movie because, it's interesting. It really is interesting for that movie. Of course, you've got Hustlers. That could be a potential nominated supporting actress, Jennifer Lopez. And Best Adapted Screenplay. That movie's really good. I've seen that movie too. It's really good. Of course it's not for kids, but it's a movie that, they're out here and they're doing their thing. They're trying to get out there and, express, the whole strip club life and the strippers and, really learning the hustle of being a stripper. You got Cardi B in the movie, of course, because as we all know, Cardi B was a stripper before she became famous and started singing, started rapping. So, of course, you got the Best Actress. Renee Zellweger is potential nominated for the Oscars of Fall of 2020, of course. I cannot wait for it. I really cannot wait for it, for sure, for more nominations to come up, for sure. You've got Joaquin Phoenix, of course, from the Joker movie, directed by Tom Phillips. Best Actor, he's potential nominated for the Joker movie. I haven't seen that movie yet. You guys comment below. What do you guys think of that movie? Is it good? Is it too sickening to watch? A lot of people thought that movie was just too hard to watch, but I really would like to see it. I haven't seen it yet. For sure. You got The Irishman. That is a potential nomination. That is a Netflix original. You guys can see that now on Netflix. That movie is really good. I've seen that one too. Excuse me. I've heard that Marvel's Avengers Endgame could be a potential nominated movie for the Oscars, simply because that movie was just very impactful. To say farewell to the phases of Avengers and Marvel for that wave. Toy Story 4 could be a potential nomination for Best Animation. Haven't seen that one yet, but I heard that one was pretty good. I don't think Dolomite's on there. Dolomite is My Name by Eddie Murphy. Of course, you can see that on Netflix. Don't think that movie's out to be nominated, but, that was a good movie. And on the list here, you have Shazam. I know Shazam wasn't nominated for anything, because, honestly, that wasn't a great movie. Just wasn't that great. You got The King. That could be a potential nomination. Angel Has Fallen. I know that couldn't be a nomination because, that's a good movie. I just don't, it's not Oscar-worthy kind of thing to it. Then you got Glass. That could be nominated with Samuel Jackson. You guys heard that Samuel Jackson is now on Alexa right now? And I say this really quietly because I do have an echo in the office. But, his voice is on there too. It's really cool. It's really good to get some money out of that too. So I really recommend you guys go out there. What do you guys think about the Oscars? I hope they have a good host. I really do hope they have a fantastic host for the Oscars because, the Oscars is very impactful. A lot of people are just very skeptical about who's going to host it and who's not going to host it. So we're concerned about that. And, hopefully they have a host that is dedicated to be a great host. Find somebody that's funny and they need something to do. That's all I can say on that behalf. Comment below what you think. Who's going to be the host for the Oscars of February 2020 next year? So we're going to get on with this music. Of course, we're going to play that Kyle Dion Make Love. And we're going to be back here on K.L.P in the Evening with Swanky 93.3. You guys enjoy the music. We'll be right back.
Turn it up to the beat and take your feet. Music we trust. Keep it going when now you're showing signs of lust. Keep it steady, don't stray off too far. Feeling heavy, that just comes with all this what? Do you mean you cannot see what's in your cup? You took way too many, but it's not enough. For you to get this, just be patient, it will come. And we can have fun when we get there. So we can meet back out, just don't get lost. Then we'll be again, I'll show you off. No point of keeping time, we're off the charts. But we can just pretend we're on the clock. Calls are coming through my telephone. Can't answer right now, I'm gone. There's so much in me, I can't feel my dome. So they can just keep calling. We can make love when we get there. We can make love when we get there. We can make love when we get there. We can make love when we can make love when we get there. We can make love when we get there. We can make love when we get there. We can make love when we can make love when we get there. We can make love when we get there. We can make love when we get there. We can make love when we can make love when we get there. We can make love when we get there. We can make love when we get there. We can make love when we. Ooh, we're floating. It's so potent. Now we're moving in slow motion. And I hope we're not coming down. Girl, stay focused. Cause staying here is all I care about. The motive. You should know this. You for this. Keep it coming. We can keep it going. Hope we don't stop till morning. I feel it coming back and notice that you're gone. Where did you go? I wanna know. I wanna know. I thought we had fun when we got there. So we can meet back out. Just don't get lost. Then we'll be again. I'll show you off. No point of keeping time. We're off the charts. But we can just pretend we're on the clock. Calls are coming through my telephone. Can't answer right now, I'm gone. There's so much in me, I can't feel my dome. So they can just keep calling. We can make love when we get there. We can make love when we get there. We can make love when we get there. We can make love when we can make love when we get there. We can make love when we get there. We can make love.
Welcome back to K.L.P In The Evening, streaming on Swanky 93.3 and also with Spotify, iTunes, IHeart Radio, Pandora, and Deezer. Welcome back to the show, y'all. Before we close out today's show, I want to thank you guys again for staying tuned for Swanky 93.3. You guys have been enjoying it. And please be sure to follow Grizzly Talk Podcast. Again, that's Grizzly_Talk for the Grizzly Talk Podcast official podcast Instagram. We are at 1,597. So we're almost there to 1,600. So 1.6K, we are ready for it. And hopefully we can get up to that level. It's just another tier level on our road to 2K. 2,000 followers. I cannot wait for that. When that magic moment, that magic day happens when we reach that 2K. So for Grizzly Talk Podcast, you guys have a fantastic rest of your Thursday. Go chillax, go play some video games, go read a book, go work out, do whatever you need to do. And we'll be right back here on the podcast show starting tomorrow. And I can't wait to have more news announcements for that. Who knows? We might even talk about some very, very juicy stuff for tomorrow. So you guys just have to stay tuned. Stay swanky.